minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your. Let it.
Hush, you gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its side. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. And you said when no one's to be found, what keeps you eased out, what takes you off your mind. Yes, you want this, I want this, everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands, show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me.
No, we're not doing that.
I want to see it. Hey!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, From Vision to Success.
From vision to success.
Oh my gosh. Where we talk about all the beginnings of our goals and our thoughts and our processes.
Processes, the beginnings, the births,
The births.
the coming out into the light.
I don't know what's up with this, guys. So, anyway, to the very, very end, the conclusion.
The conclusion.
the conclusion of our.
To the end when you're the diarrhea of the end
Oh
of
my
it all.
gosh. Why? I am so shocked, like, that people actually listen to us.
I know. Oh, and I do have to make an apology.
Why? What did you say?
So
What did you do?
So do you remember Iski? Remember the
yes.
character Iski? The person?
I feel like I do.
He takes us into he watches us from his bed, like he takes
Oh,
us into bed.
yes.
I haven't said his full name because
Yes.
of privacy reasons, but Iski.
Yes, I know.
So in that episode, I was like, oh yeah. Then he told me, he gave me some pointers, and then I'm like, and then we got into it, and I was like angry with him. It was never nothing like that. I was embellishing the entire story, but then anyway, I saw him 2 Sundays ago, and he's like, I got a bone to pick with you. Goes, nothing that you said was actually accurate, and I go, I completely forgot to make the corrections at the end, and so
Listen, that's why whenever he tells me a story, I take it as a grain of salt.
that's not. First of all, that's not true.
100%.
First of all-
anytime he tells me something, I was like, well, I know Miguel. I know he likes to embellish. So let me take out the message. What is the message?
I don't embellish. I just
You get excited.
I flourish it.
That is embellishing. You bedazzle it.
I bedazzle it.
So he doesn't embellish. He bedazzles.
Listen. Do you want a burger, or do you want to go a place where it's just like,
This guy, like, I tell him that some of the things that he says out loud should be inside thoughts and should not be shared with me. And I'm like, why are you saying
it's?
some stuff, Miguel?
Oh my gosh.
It should be an inside thought.
So yesterday I was at a baptism, and
I'm scared what you said.
so yesterday I was at a baptism, and some guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Hey, I know him, right? He's
Okay.
he's from another ward." He goes, "How are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?" And he goes, "Yeah, you know what? I was
listening to your podcast.
yeah, I was checking you out. I saw you on social media there in your podcast." I'm like, "Oh, that's amazing." Yeah.
I'm surprised you're a bishop. That was his next word.
Close. He goes, that's another side of you. And I'm like, oh shoot, which episode did you see?
I'm like between the toe sucking to like times we've called Tegan.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like that's my normal me. He goes, no. He goes, I like it. He goes, it's like you have 2 personalities.
The prim and proper. He is prim and proper on Sundays, guys.
I try to be.
You're just a more reverent version of you. Because there is like
On
obviously,
Sundays?
I'm everybody has a Sunday version because obviously you're.
Yeah, have 3/4 of the things that I say on this podcast, you'll never catch me saying it from the pulpit.
Of course not. Why would you say? I'm like, I hope you never say the things that I hear you
I've
say.
been close. I'm not gonna lie. I've had to stop myself a couple of times.
I really hope that the gestures that you just like talk with your hands in your pockets.
No.
That you don't like bring out your hands.
No, I have to grab the podium, and there's imprints of my fingers like on those podiums because I'm like I'm holding on. I'm letting Jesus take the wheel at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that's how like the church is inspired because your ward has not been like
Diminishing.
It
It has.
because you
No,
are-
it has. So many people have left the ward.
I know they've actually come to our ward. So thank
One.
you.
Yeah.
We have a few families.
Who?
No, just a couple that I can think of.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They found places closer to.
Yeah.
Man, so I have another bone to pick, and so here's the thing: is so we all went. Tegan is not a. Oh my gosh, I was telling somebody the story of what I did for Tegan because this was her birthday present.
Okay, why don't you share with the people?
So Tegan, listen, if you know Tegan, we all know that this woman has her exaltation won already.
She's an angel. She is a saint.
She needs her own religion.
Yeah, she does.
Right?
We're almost there. We're in the very beginnings of it.
We've started the process already. We got her a candle. Well, I didn't get her a candle.
Wait, you should have had the candle here.
I know I was going to. I mean, I should call. I should get a text Tegan to give it to Levi. Anyways, the point is, this woman is incredible. She's a saint.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so she hates.
Yeah.
And when I say hate, and it's a strong word,
Yeah.
and I'm using it accurately at this point, she hates attention on her. She wants to be a fly, not even on the wall, but a fly in the corner underneath the shoes and coat jackets. Like that's where
Like
she
be
wants
part
to
of
be.
the action, but just in the safety of an area where like
Oh yeah, if she could walk around with a helmet and in a bubble, she would 1,000%, right? She hates it. But the interesting thing is, she is a social butterfly.
Yeah.
Once you put her in a room with people that she went. Another present that I got her was she went spa,
oh that's
like
so
a 2
good.
days,
Yeah.
3 day spa, and with her friends from high school, and yeah, she was like, all her friends were like, this girl would not stop talking to everybody. They got so much free stuff. She was making friends with all the waiters, with the waitresses, with the attendants and whatever.
She's so great at that.
Everybody just loves her, right? Anyways, so one thing that Tegan hates is when she turned 40, she knew it's a big number. She goes, I do not want a party. You go,
Yeah.
you throw me a party, we're getting divorced. Literally, right?
And that would be legit for her. Like I could see that happening.
I am not even exaggerating on this story, right? She goes, you throw me a party, we're splitting up, right?
yeah.
I'm like, fine. I go, but I cannot do nothing on her
Yeah.
40th, right?
Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, what are some of her closest friends, people that she really, really connects? And so I'm like, you know what? Let me throw her a dinner,
Yeah.
just amongst friends. Her favorite restaurant, Moxie's.
yeah.
I will pay for it, right? I'll pay for everybody, whatever. This is my gift to Tegan. So I organized this. We get to Moxie's, and she's like, wait a minute. She goes, I'm very smart. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, is there somebody there?
You're like who? A waiter?
And I'm like, yeah, there's people eating. And she goes, no, don't be stupid. She goes, is there anybody that I know in there? And I go, I don't know. I don't know who, maybe some clients that you may know. Like, I don't know who's going to be in that restaurant, right? She goes, if there's people there, I'm leaving. That's what she said in the parking lot, right? And so now I'm trying to figure out how to get her to the door. And so I promised her, I'm like, it's just you and me. She goes, are you lying? I'm like, I'm not lying. It's just you and me.
And like in the back of your back is like this.
My fingers were crossed. My hair was crossed. My toenails were crossed, like everything, right? And she goes, okay, fine. So we're walking towards the door. And that's how I got her to the door.
Okay.
By me promising her that nobody was inside Moxie's.
Yeah.
And then as we're getting in, she goes, if I see anybody that I know, she goes, I'm taking off. I'm letting you know. She goes, word for word. She goes, I'm a flight risk right now.
Can you imagine she sees us and just like walks out? I guess we're having a dinner with Miguel.
Yeah. Enjoy, guys. Here's my credit card, right? And so, and then perfect. You guys covered your faces.
Yeah.
And then we went up and whatever. And then anyways, you guys pulled down and surprise, she was not happy.
For like a few minutes.
For about 2 minutes.
Yes.
She was not happy with me for 2 minutes. And she sat, so there were two booths, the girls and the guys, and she sat on the girls' side, and then we were facing each other, and I was on the boys' side. And
Were you getting looks?
I was getting the dirtiest looks like alive. And so I'm like, oh, Mike, please.
You're like, let this go well.
But then the good thing is that, you guys made her feel like,
You know what? It actually worked out because she doesn't like that. The fact that we were into smaller groups.
Yeah.
So the 2 tables, you're right. It totally worked
Yeah.
out because you guys were off to the side and we were off to the side.
yeah.
So
And then again, the group of friends that I brought or that gathered together with us, you guys made her feel amazing, right? And she goes whatever. And then this one comes out and pulls out the gift of the year.
that was Mike and I.
The gift of the year, which was
Oh, guys, it was so good. It was so good. I wish we had the candle here.
we're gonna. You know what? Let me call her right now, because she'll know what it is. She gave her. They gave her a candle that said Saint Tegan on it.
I have to give it a shout.
Hello, Tegan.
What?
Where's the candle?
It's in my room beside the bed.
Okay, can you?
Hi, Tegan.
Oh, Maria's here. You're on the podcast.
Love you.
I do.
Can you? Okay, is it beside the bed? I'm gonna call Leva to bring it down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. You guys have to see this.
Yeah.
You have to see this.
I have to give you the inner workings because Mike, my husband, he went online. He was looking at everything and everywhere in order to be able to get this candle. So then we did think.
Levi,
Yeah.
do me a massive favor.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you're on speaker and you're on the podcast, so be careful what you say.
Podcast.
Like, watch the words that come out of your mouth.
Yeah, be careful. You are representing right now the entire family.
Yikes. Okay.
It's just, I can see his wheels turning. He's like, how can I embarrass Dad? Listen, don't be dumb. Listen, can you go up to our room and on the bedside of the bed, like on your mom's side of the bed, there is a candle there. Can you bring?
Like the same, like the mom being the same one?
Saint Tegan, yeah. Can you bring that down and bring it into the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Am I allowed to be on the podcast for like the rest of the episode?
You're not going to be on the podcast for the rest of the episode. Okay, go. Go.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I have it. Okay, bye.
You have it. Okay, bye.
Oh, guys, it was so good. So yeah, Mike went on Etsy. He was looking at all these things, and he's like, "I found the perfect one." And then he went on Tegan's Instagram, was able to grab a beautiful picture of her. He's like, "I think this will work together." And yeah, Etsy people did their magic.
It looked legit. It looks legit.
Yeah. So then we went and we got a saint candle, and there was 2 candles where we got it, right? There was like a saint, and then there was another one that had the picture of Jesus, and we're like, we can't take the picture of Jesus off. I'm like, that just feels way too raw.
That is too much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you say hi?
They hear me?
Huh?
Can they heard me? Like,
Yeah, they can hear you.
bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, dude.
Okay, let's show.
We should start marketing this. We should start selling these. These will fly off the shelves. Ladies and gentlemen.
Meet our saint. We should just leave it here the duration of the podcast.
Saint Tegan.
That is the most, it was so good. And there's also a little prayer in the back.
Oh my gosh.
The prayer is in Latin, and then we have it here in English as well.
The English format.
Here, why don't you do the honors and now read it?
So the English on the bottom. Oh yeah, it goes, "O Saint Tegan, steadfast mother of 7, and a miracle worker of both hair and hearts.
True that.
Bless us." This sounds so sacrilegious. We don't want to offend anybody here, so please.
Yes, please do
Yeah.
not be offended. This is just a beautiful joke for
Yeah.
Tegan.
But again, if you know her, you know that this is very accurate. Bless us with your unshakable calm. You who greet each day with scissors in one hand and snacks on the other. Show us how to love like you love. Miguel, full of energy, always moving, and sometimes just beat behind your hearts. Grant us strength for juggling joy, grace and manage mayhem, and the patience and smiles through it all. Amen.
We're like, amen.
So so
Yes, that is now.
from now on, this is going to be a part of our podcast.
She is now on our podcast. We
She-
love you, Tegan.
So here's the thing is about all of this is like when they put it on ChatGPT, you know, like the descriptions and make us a prayer and all these different things. The first couple of I don't know, and here is where so at the beginning I told you I have a beef to pick with you guys.
Yeah.
I want to know what the prompts were because those prayers came back as being absolutely mean to me.
A little mean, not absolutely mean, a little mean.
And so I'm like, what did you? And I told Mike, and then we got interrupted. I'm like, what did you put in these prompts that it came back like
I
me?
don't remember exactly what the prompts were. I don't remember. He has it on his chat
So
GPT.
people bully me, ChatGPT bullies me, my wife bullies me.
Oh, guys, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it was a good it was a good gathering, and
Yeah.
she had a blast and whatever. And then her favorite part is when we all sang Happy Birthday.
Oh, I could see it in her face.
So Tegan's white, and she went whiter. She went transparent. She was
She
translucent.
was like Casper.
It was. I'm like,
As
you're-
white as this candle, if you can see.
so she's that white.
No, she's
and
not
she
that
went
white.
whiter than that.
That discomfort in her face was real.
And she tries to hide it with like those fake smile.
But her eyes give it away because her eyes get wider and wider. Oh, I knew. I think like we were talking about something. I don't remember exactly. Mike and I were talking about it, and I was like, "No, I'm like that's way too outside of Tegan's comfort." I don't know if it was related to the saint. I can't remember now. But you're right. Like Tegan has this comfort level, and we don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, right?
On the way home, we did talk about because she had the best time of her life.
Yeah.
She was like, "This was perfect. Thank you so much. So many brownie points, right?" So, and I knew that I knew it would have turned out well. But
Yeah.
on the way there, I'm like, I'm like, initially you pushed back, what's going on? You didn't want to party. You didn't want, when we got to the parking lot. And she was serious.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm leaving. If there's
Yeah.
anybody there, I'm gone. And I've never seen her that serious before.
Yeah.
So she was being legit. And she said she doesn't like the initial feeling.
Yeah.
Like the surprise, the attention,
Yeah.
that 2 minutes of all about her.
Yeah.
Once that dies down, she's okay with everything.
Yeah.
So it's those 2 minutes of initial attention all on her is what she hates and she tries to avoid all the time.
I'm so glad she stuck it through. We did have a great time.
Oh yeah,
It
we
was
had a
really
blast.
great.
Yeah, there was one more couple missing, and anyway, so it was good.
Yeah.
it was really
it was
really good. But so thank you for your present. Thank you for making this.
We will now be selling. Just
But
kidding.
if you say this prayer every single day,
You will be blessed with patience. And what was the other word? There's patience and calmness.
Patience and
and calmness.
this is her.
This is the gift of Saint Tegan.
You know that the Catholic Church is going to be calling sending me an email. Again, I apologize.
But isn't it amazing? I'm like, so many people, like, I love the fact that people have ideas like this and then
Yeah.
they market them
Yeah.
for people that want to buy stuff like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The fact that, we're talking about it, we are like, okay, let's see if we can find it. And there was a ton of different people marketing this idea. So it's pretty cool.
And I think it's pretty cool because that's a part of our everyday conversation sometimes. Like you meet somebody who's so awesome, who's so nice,
Yeah.
who just exceeds everything, all your expectations what a human being should be, and you're like, you should be a saint.
You should have a candle. So if you want to make your very own candle, there is people that do this, and use ChatGPT for the prayer.
Yeah.
Give it a few prompts and it will give you a prayer. And it can also do it in Latin because we have a version in Latin here too.
So I'm a leader. I sit in a leadership position in the church that I go to, and the biggest joke of that night was like, every congregation that we start with, we're gonna light the candle.
You join our church, you get a free candle. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like those prosperity cloths, but for us it's candles. I'm just joking. That is a complete joke.
And
please.
this is our last podcast of ever. So
And then
thank you for joining
We are
us.
also no longer members of our church because we got kicked out. No, I'm just kidding.
And this is what that guy was talking about. You have a different side. I'm like, yeah.
We're marketing candles. Oh man.
So listen, thank you for joining us on this wild, crazy ride of a story. We had an absolute blast,
Yeah.
and it was a good weekend. It was a really, really good weekend. There's also a funeral on Saturday, which it still has me a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Someone close? Someone from the congregation?
It's someone from the congregation.
Oh, man.
I've had to do just under close to 10 funerals in my
Since-
bishopric.
And you've been like 4 years now?
I'm 3 years, turning 4 in October.
In October? Oh, shoot. Is it really October?
Yeah, October 17th. So the same day that I got called, Mackin got called as well.
I know, because I was thinking, I was like, I'm hitting 4 because within the week of him getting called or you guys being called as bishops, I was called into the young women's program, right?
really?
Yeah. So
As
it's
a
gonna be-
president?
As a president.
Oh.
It was like a week later.
Oh, wow.
So I'm I thought it was in September, but I guess I'm hitting
No,
4 years
October,
in October.
October 17th.
Yeah, because it was the same day. Like
And that-
they
that-
went from our ward to your ward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the opposite.
Okay, it was your ward to our ward.
We did, because ours was 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then you guys are 10:30.
Yeah. Oh, and we were at the same building at the time, I think. No, you guys were after because we stayed. You guys were after.
Yeah.
So you guys were after. We were at the same building for a short time, and
yeah. It was at your building.
yeah.
So that was because they took me to the side and they set us apart in the rooms in the back over there. But anyway, so yeah, so
Dang, 4 years.
in the last 3.5 years that I've been bishop, I've been in leadership positions for a very long time, and I do not remember the bishops performing as many funerals as I've had. And I don't know if it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like, it's more noticeable because I'm in that position right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's. I don't want to say starting to get down on me because
Does it feel heavy?
it's a testimony of that there is a spirit inside of us.
Oh yeah, because when we pass away, we could look completely different.
It is. I dressed my father, right? And when I say dress is like when somebody passes away in our church, we dress them in white and certain garments and certain clothing. And then before that's how they go in the casket and stuff like that. But anyways, just being around my father's body and just moving his limbs and things like that, and just so lifeless, right, and stuff like that. And then with the other people, it's normally been open caskets sometimes, and I've been there and I've paid my respects. It's just seeing a body there, just like that.
It's like the shell of the person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a testimony that like in me right now, there's an actual spirit, and that's my conscious mind. It's not my mind, right? It's just a vehicle to what my spirit is actually experiencing.
Yeah.
Right? We are a spiritual beings having an earthly experience. Right? Anyway, so that's been good. So has it been heavy? No. God has been good. He's bared me up and stuff like that. But it's just the realization how short life really is. That's been like an eye opener for me.
Yeah. Because like I believe everybody has their time to go, and for some of us it's longer, for some of us it's shorter. But yeah, I think I've thought a lot about that. I'm trying to live till I'm 95, so I hope I get there. But I always tell my kids, if I have to go before then, it means that it was my time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, so it was an interesting weekend. We went from a birthday. We went from a wedding to a birthday party. No.
No, you must have done the birthday party at the end.
What was Friday?
Wedding? You said you guys went to a wedding the day before.
Friday was wedding. So wedding, funeral, birthday party, baptism.
Wow, you celebrated all stages of life.
No,
In such a short weekend, it was a ride.
Yeah, it was like I was drained, but anyway, it was good. So a while back, I got an email from one of our good friends, MJ Garcia. He's one of our longtime listeners, and I think he's working right now. But he sent me an email, and he is going through, and I don't want to go into details because I want to respect his privacy. But he did have a very interesting question, and he said, "How does someone get more independence?" And and again, he's one of these guys that he was in the youth program when I was a Young Men's president, and so now he's like
In his 20s? Is he? What's his age range?
he's
or under 30?
under his 30s. Yeah,
Okay.
I had the blessing about a year ago to marry him and his girlfriend, right? Now his wife, and so they're taking those stages and steps.
Yeah.
But then I get the question. I get the question because you're living at home, you're under the protection at parents, and all of a sudden you have to go to school. All of a sudden you have to get married. All of a sudden you have to get a job. All of a sudden you have to get a mortgage. All of a sudden you have to get your own car. All of a sudden you're moving to a new city where you don't have mom and dad with you anymore. And so you, as life progresses, you get into these stages where you're not under the protection or the ruling sometimes of your parents' thumbs, right? You're not under their roof anymore. And so you have to start making decisions. And again, when I say under their care, it doesn't mean that you're living with them and not living with them, but just everything. Education, right?
You're now considered an adult, technically.
Yeah.
Age of 18, you're fully considered an adult. You can go make contracts. You can do things that normally a 17-year-old can't.
Yeah.
So.
When I was on my mission, I got thrown in Puerto Rico, and it wasn't like a gradual thing that all of a sudden I'm going to transition from being under my parents' care and then all of a sudden to my own care. But it was one of these things like, boom, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Nobody taught me how to do laundry. You know how many shirts I messed up? How many white shirts?
Well, it's funny because, so Mike and I have been talking a lot with regards to prepping our kids for the future. And this question has actually been on my mind now that we're talking and discussing it, because I have two young women that are having transition times in their life. That we had a previous young woman who's graduated. She's in her 20s, or 19 maybe now, 20 maybe. But she's going on a mission.
Yeah.
And then we have another young woman who is turning 18, and she is now like going to university.
Wow.
What does that look like, right?
Yeah,
What does it look like when you turn 18? What does it look like when you're having these life stages?
Yeah.
It's been on my mind, and I've been thinking a lot about both of them, and I'm like, for my 18-year-old, I've had advice in my mind that's been related to 4 different areas. It's usually the areas that I always focus on.
Yeah.
Which is with regards to mindset, your body, your spirit, and finances. Right? That's kind of the areas.
The 4 Fs.
Yeah, if you know my 4 Fs, or should I say
5
Miguel's, they're 5 Fs. But anyway, like I love my Fs. Sometimes the things that I say sound okay in my mind, and then I say them out loud, and I'm like, thank goodness.
So you're chastising me.
Listen.
Of the things that come out of my mouth.
Only because I see a reflection of me in you. So it's like I'm chastising myself.
I need
Wait,
to
light up that
I need to
candle.
light this candle right
Light
now
up the
because I
candle.
need patience with this one.
I know, Miguel and I. So sometimes I'll say something, and Mike is like, "Yeah, because you're a lot like Miguel," and I'm like,
Yes.
Am I really? Just kidding. I am. I am.
It's disgusting how much we.
It's painful.
It is very, very
And
painful.
sometimes the things that you do, I'm like, really? But then I'm like,
My loins hurt. How close she is. Hang on, wait a
again,
minute.
your choice of words, Miguel. Your choice of words are always questionable.
Not how close you're to my.
Anyway, like the thing is that him and I are very, very similar, which we also ended up marrying spouses that are very similar,
Yeah,
right?
that's I think that's, you know what my conclusion to that is? I think that's the universe trying to balance itself out.
They're gonna light on fire. That's what we always talked about, that you and I could have never gotten married because I would have 20 kids and be a single mother. He would be in so much debt. Both of us would be in so much debt.
That is such a raw thing to say. Holy crap.
The only reason I say that is there's no way a marriage would have survived.
That is such a raw thing. 20 kids and single. And meanwhile, I'm gallivanting somewhere else. Oh my gosh. Like, that is...
Anyway, back to the advice that we would give our lovely, for me, my youth, and then in the show, MJ. So what are some thoughts? What do you think are some thoughts that can help our viewers out?
Nice transition. That was the poorest transition that I've ever seen in my entire life. All right. So we did take it to ChatGPT, and then I just said, give me some advice. I'm looking for independence, and give me some advice. There's a lot of things. Now, I want to remind you something. When you use ChatGPT, sometimes
Or any AI.
any AI, sometimes ask for references as well, because sometimes you don't want this machine just to pump out, even though 99.9% of the time it's good advice or good suggestions. You also want to back it up with studies and science and like, where does this come from, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't have the opportunities to back up any of these. Normally I do, but there are certain things here that actually speak truth.
Your truth?
My truth. We're talking about it in the pre-show, how much we hate
The word.
when people use "this is my truth."
Yeah. As a means to be defensive.
Yeah. We all have truths and we all have whatever, but
Yeah.
but Maria made a good point. She goes, when people say that, it automatically shuts down.
Well, any discussion,
Yeah.
it shuts down the ability to grow sometimes, right? Because you're like you're set on your thoughts, your values, what you perceive to be right.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, sometimes our thoughts and the things that we think are right are not always right. And that's for both you and I, right? Like sometimes you and I have talked and we're like, what? I don't think that's right.
Well-
but had I been like, that's my truth, I wouldn't have learned that it was not right.
Yeah. And Maria lies a lot, right? So when she so like we were going out and then you said this and Mike and I were like, oh my gosh, that never happened. Her and Mike never like, oh my gosh, so anyway.
Sure. If anybody lies a lot, your nose is growing from the lies that you say. I'm so sorry, guys. We are losing.
Yeah, we're losing focus.
focus.
No, we're not. We're right on topic.
Okay.
I need to be self-independent from this one. So ChatGPT pump out 10 things. Now, there are a couple of them here that actually speak to us, right? And so we'll give you the 10. So actually, we'll do this. We'll give you what speaks to us, and then we'll give you the list afterwards, and then we'll even put the list up on the website, right?
Yeah.
So the one that really, really speaks to me, like out of the 10 things, is number 4, which is strengthening problem-solving skills. My father was my hero when it comes to number 4. He said, every problem has a solution. And I've told my kids that that's what I want on my graveyard, on my gravesite.
headstone.
My headstone. Every problem has a solution. We sometimes focus so much on the problem, and that's all that we see, that we can't see the solution. And sometimes that solution is right in front of us.
But we're so focused on the problem.
We're so focused. So the Jeep, madre. That just came out. I'm sorry. That wasn't a swear word. I'm just letting you know. All I said was mother. That's.
It was like someone yanked your ear, but it was like that. Anyway,
I
go
was
on.
scared. I was like, who's pulling on this? But it was me. Sorry. I got scared. I was like, who's. I thought this little gnome was just. Anyways, it was a legit fear. And something came out of my mouth. Stop.
We should just end the podcast. Just end the podcast.
All right, see you next week. See you next Monday, guys. This is horrible. Okay, anyways.
We do know what we're talking about. We do have experience
I just
in
got
this.
sidetracked because I thought somebody was yanking them. Can you imagine? No, think about it. Think about my position right now. You're having a conversation, and all of a sudden, this gets pulled down like this.
It's your dad just coming from the afterlife.
Can you imagine? Freak. And so I didn't know who was pulling, and then realized that
It was his hand.
and it was my hand. I was like, madre, who's that? It was me. So, welcome to our podcast.
Oh my god.
Can you stop?
Yes,
Okay.
go on. I'm sorry. I
And
won't
so-
even look at you. Go on.
Oh my gosh, this was a interesting experience. I was legit scared. Here, pray. Okay, so. My dad was a big advocate of this, right? And then says every problem has a solution, and I've lived my life to that motto.
Yeah.
And so the Jeep, remember,
Yeah.
podcasts ago, you're like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I know there's a solution somewhere. I just can't see it right now.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out because this was the first time where I was, not the first time, it was one of the first times where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's such a big whatever. But literally things started happening, contracts, increases of whatever. And it allowed me to pay for my Jeep, and then it
That's
got
so good.
fixed, right? And it's like, it's running smoothly. It's a brand new engine and just whatever. But every problem has a solution.
Yeah.
And so you just got to take a step back, self-care a lot, go to the gym, go to the sauna, do whatever, read a book, go for a walk to allow yourself to not be focusing on the problem, right? It's just it's still going to be there. Just focus on something else.
Well, and when you do that, it gives you respite, right? It gives you a moment to gather your thoughts. It increases your creativity,
Yeah.
your clarity. And that's the reason when you step away from a problem and then you come back and you're like, okay, what are some possible solutions? You
Right.
are going to have more thoughts, more clear thoughts. Because when you're in your feelings, nothing makes sense.
Well, I remember in high school, we had a swimming pool in our high school, right? It was a pretty big pool, and then we were doing one of the tests was learning treading water for long periods of time.
Yep.
So I think the goal was like 10 minutes, treading water for 10 minutes. But there's no way that you're going to tread water for 10 minutes from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so there are techniques that you can do, but as you get tired, you start to forget about these techniques.
Yeah.
And so we would be all there, kind of like, treading water. And then what our teacher would do, he would throw a floating device.
Yeah.
And then we would hold on to it and then be like, okay, now what I want you to do. And it would be there and we would be floating now.
Yeah.
Right. And then we could focus on what he was saying
Yeah.
and be like, okay, now try this. And so then we would have to throw we would have to push the floating devices away and start again. So when you self-care and when you pull yourself out of that equation of like, oh my gosh, I have this problem, it allows you to rest a little
Yeah.
bit and hear and see possible solutions. Right. And so, it's a matter of just doing that. So getting good at problem solving skills, just learn to just trust the process and
Yeah.
learn to trust that God, whoever you believe in, that they have the best interest in you
Yeah.
and that there's a solution out there to your problems.
Yeah.
So that's for me. I know it's number 4 here, but for me, that's my number 1.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I really like the order. So they go in order in the way that we got them, but I really like number 1, which is develop a growth mindset. There's so much things that stem out of our belief system. If you already believe that it's not possible, you're not going to act accordingly or you're going to give up really fast, right?
Okay.
So one of the tools that you can have to become self-reliant is believe that you can be self-reliant. If you have a belief system that you can do it and just need to learn, you need to learn techniques, just kind of like what happened when you were floating or like you were being taught techniques. If you believe in that and you attain yourself to small, simple steps, you will be able to get there. As opposed if you look at this ginormous goal and in the back of your mind, you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, then it's not going to work because you're going to do it for a short amount of time and then you're going to give up. But if you break it down, you believe that it's possible. And this is the thing about belief. You have to nourish it. You don't just wake up one day and be like, okay, I believe in myself. Right? It's something that is kind of like a fire. You know how you get your warmth after you actually build the fire?
Yeah.
Same thing with self-belief. It's something that you have to nourish daily and it can fluctuate. Like I know for myself, self-belief fluctuates depending on the activity that I'm doing. Sometimes I don't realize that I don't have self-belief in a certain area until I assess and I'm like, oh shoot, right? And then I start working on that area. But self-belief it's a very important part.
Okay.
Okay, what's your number 2?
For my number 2 would be number 6, learning essential life skills. So if you are under the care of someone else, right, the time to learn is now,
Yep.
right? So take it upon yourself to learn all those possible things that you're going to be learning and needing when you are independent. So sometimes it's like, one of the reasons why you may be, living at home, whatever, is to save up for a house or to buy something or purchase your own land, your own property, your own building, your own whatever. So while you are in the care of your parents or again, a loved one or whatever, you gotta learn those life skills and be coachable. Learn how to cook, learn how to do the laundry,
Yep.
learn how to do all those different things. And so you're in this position to you're not only saving money for investing something for physical, but you're also investing time and skill. So acquire all those knowledge, all those things, how to save up. Kevin Hart talks about when he gets his paycheck, the amount that he gets doesn't matter. He cuts it in half,
Yep.
and half of it goes towards investing
Yeah.
into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, half of it goes to investing something else. Then he takes the other half and he cuts that in half. Then he takes that half and goes towards saving. So it's gone, it's saved, it's whatever. And then he plays with the other money. So he plays with 1/3 of everything, right? And so, but that's a technique, and he goes, that's how. It's not that the richer get richer and the poor gets poorer. It's like the people who are not financially stable don't have these skills.
They don't have a formula.
They don't have a formula, and he goes, but this he learned, like somebody actually taught it to him,
Yeah.
right? And then he actually put it into practice. And so, learn how to cook, learn how to clean, learn how to do your laundry, learn how to save. That's a life skill.
Finances is so big, guys.
Le-
Like
yeah.
finances is one of the things that will pay you an incredible dividends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not something that you just get.
Yeah.
Right? This is something that's intentional, that you have to crack open a book, you
Yeah.
have to watch some videos, you
Yeah.
have to, and then you have to act.
Yeah. So you learn how to save, learn how to learn how to wake up on early, right? So I know a lot of people, because they're under the care of their parents, whatever, they're waking up at 10, at 11 o'clock and all these different things. That is not a good practice from when you're independent. If
Yeah.
you are waking up at 10, 11 o'clock and you're living on your own, you're wasting half of your day, right? And so all those amazing doors and windows of opportunities, they happen in the morning, right? So learn how to go to bed on time, learn how to wake up on time, learn how to, be fit, and all of these things are life skills. And so just that would be my number 2, is just learn essential life skills while you are still under the care, right? Now, push comes to shove, you get thrown into an opportunity of independence, like, again, serving a mission, or you're getting married and you're moving out of the house right away. Just do, and be okay with making mistakes, right? Every time you make a mistake, you're just going to get better.
Yep. Don't be afraid to start from zero.
Oh,
I think some of us, or sometimes a big population, don't want to be beginners. And then we look at
Yeah.
people who look so far and we're like, oh my gosh, they might have just been born that way. When in reality, everybody
Yeah.
is a beginner in something, right?
Yeah.
So kind of along with what you've said, but I think this skill potentially will help you learn those life skills that you want, is actually identify what is of value to you. Like, for instance, if you are planning to have a family, move out eventually, then the life skill of cooking is going to be very important to you. But you have to think about the why behind it. You have to think about what's my value behind it and why am I doing it? Because I believe that sometimes if you just go and learn things, you may not put the effort in because to you don't understand the value of them.
Okay.
Have you ever taught something to someone but they don't see the value of it, so it's just kind of whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that happens, right? But if you understand the why behind it, if you understand why it's important to you, if you can see it as part of your value system and what you want to embrace, then learning those life skills is going to be much easier, right? It's going to make sense of why you do the things that you do. And it's going to make sense when you may have to stand alone. It's going to make sense when you are the only one waking up earlier and everybody else is sleeping in. It's going to make sense when you choose to save, but yet everybody's choosing to go out for a brunch or something that you can't really afford right now because it's not aligned to your goals of saving, because you want to, save for something, move out, invest, whatever it is, right? So it's just understanding what your values and priorities are and then aligning that so you can gain the skills that you need.
Awesome. And was that one of them, or just adding to what I was saying?
It was sort of aligned. It was number 2, which is know yourself.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
identify your values, your goals, and limitations.
Exactly. Self-awareness is big. I think sometimes we don't want to be self-aware because we don't want to, either we have a fear that we're going to be dwelling on all the negatives, which sometimes we do. Our mind is just kind of wired that way. But self-awareness creates an opportunity for improvement. If you are not self-aware, then there's going to be mistakes that keep happening over and over and over again, right?
Yeah. And my number 3, my last one out of the 10 things, would be number 9. So for me, it's number 3. It says build a supportive network. You have to understand that you're not alone, right? Plug in, never alone. But you're never alone. It's a lot of the times the frustration and the low mental health and the depressions and all these different things. I work with a lot of patients and a lot of people who are struggling with low mental health and mental illness and things like that. And the one common denominator is that they feel that they are alone. And that's why we did this campaign, right? This year, Never Alone. But they feel that they're going through it and then they don't have a support system, that they don't have anybody with them, and they're destined to struggle with this all by themselves. And a lot of the times when this happens, they resort to self-harm or harm others. And so you have to understand that you're not. There are people, there are books, there are podcasts, there are friends, there are families, there's this, communities, there are churches that you can join. There is a massive, massive network, a web of network of people that are willing to help. You just got to take a step forward and ask for it. When my Jeep broke down, I never do this. And I took it to Facebook.
I remember.
Right? Because I was literally, normally I have an answer. Normally I have an idea what I'm going to do. And normally,
Because he knows everything, guys.
99.9%. I am.
This guy's the worst with accepting help.
Listen,
If
listen.
you are out there, you need to understand this about this guy.
My candle is coming soon. Do you understand? It's a candle of knowledge.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, not wisdom and knowledge. Do you understand? That candle is gonna fly off the shelves.
Listen, Saint Miguel.
Saint Nigel,
He'll be like a toe somewhere.
Martinez,
Saint Martinez, that is.
Saint Martinez.
Santo Martinez.
So, for the most part, not
He's
always.
horrible. Yeah, I would say you're right about 60 to 75% of the time.
That is very low, and
Why?
I will
You
disagree with you.
cannot be right in every circumstance.
Listen. I'm a very humble person.
Watch me thrive in my benevolence.
Listen, it's knowledge, wisdom, and humbleness. That's my candle.
And that's you on your face.
I see.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness.
No, listen, and I'm gonna
Tell me what you want to say.
I am gonna tell you, but I want to make sure that I say it right because you have a gift. We talked about it. What was it? The last podcast that you were an instigator or whatever it was. Do you remember that?
I don't remember. What was it? Yeah, I remember. There was a one that I really liked that now I can't remember.
What was it? Anyways, yeah.
A character assassin.
Character assassin. That's the one. I'm gonna find it, but it was Simeon. He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Right, like very, very knowledgeable,
Yeah.
smart guy, and we talked about it, like how he got whatever because, and even Les Brown talks about it. Les Brown interviewed a woman CEO, and he goes, "You are like the only woman, top brass CEO. You beat out all these other guys. Like, how did you get there?" She goes, "I made a lot of good decisions."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, how did you learn how to make all these good decisions?" She goes, "Because I made a lot of bad decisions." So bad decisions lead to good decisions or good experiences, right? So I'm here to tell you, I've made a lot of bad decisions, a lot in my youth, a lot in early years. But this is the thing is and this is where I think I would like to shine, is I try to not make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm very good at learning and pivoting, right? And changing my direction. So that's where I'm good at, right? And so because of that, there's very rarely I will come across a problem that I already haven't gone through already. So when I do come across something, I'm like, I kind of know what to do, right? But having a broken Jeep that's going to cost $10,000,
Yeah.
that was my first.
Yeah.
Right? So I took it to Facebook and I said, "Hey, I normally don't do this, right? But here's my situation." And out of that came the choice and decision to do what I did, which now I have this amazing car, I have the funds, and I was able to do it.
See?
Because
Support, you asked.
I went and I asked.
Yeah.
Right? I realized my limitations at that point and I went ahead and did it.
So this was this 1% of the time that he did not know what to do. 99%. He's wise and
Wise, experienced, knowledgeable, and humble. I keep adding. It's good.
Oh man.
Yeah, why isn't? What's your number 3?
I would say my number 3 is finances, understanding finances.
I was wondering when you were gonna put that one up. 'Cause
Well, I think that's definitely my top 3. My top 2 would deal with the inside, like with your inside thoughts and processes, because that is going to dictate what you actually do. But my last one has to be finances, because finances give you choices, right? If you are preparing for the future and you are wise with your money, you're a wise steward of the money that you receive, you will have more choices. If you don't have money, or if you are not budgeting your money properly, you have less choices. So like you said, with regards to finding a formula that works for you, one of the things that I think will work across board for majority of people is doing the 10-10-80 rule. So 10% charity or tithes, 10% investments, and 80% living expenses and everything else that you need to take care of. My mindset is always like, you pay the Lord first, then you pay yourself. And the way that you pay yourself is by making your money work. And then the last one is that you live out of the rest of the money that you have. This will help you to prepare for the future. Also, if you don't go to church, you don't believe in tithing, 10% to charity across board, any financial guru, anybody out there will tell you that that's actually really good for the soul.
you got to give back.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that helps you not to develop a materialistic attitude, because materialism is a mindset, right? People who are rich can have it, or people who are wealthy can have it. People who are poor can have it. That's when you over focus on your possessions and your possessions are possessing you.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to, in order to kind of combat that, you need to be able to give out, like give away. Right.
There was a guy. Do you remember Chapman?
Yes.
The father.
Yes.
So he was, I forget what he used to do. He used to work long time ago in finance. Then he started his own business. And I was working in finance as well. So I heard it from 2 sources. They said, Freedom 55, I think it was them, that if you're able to live off of 80% of your income, you will retire by the age of 65. If you can learn how to live off of 70% of your income, you will retire at the age of 60, I think it was. And if you can learn to live your income if you can learn to live 50 to 60% of your income, you will retire at the age of 50.
Yeah.
So it's huge. And so Mike, this guy, he tried to live off of, he tried
50?
between 45 and 50, he said. Like, you would put away, again, similar to what Kevin Hart says,
Yeah.
right? Take your income, smash it in half. That goes towards investment. The other one's towards savings and stuff. And so if you can learn how to like not splurge,
Yeah.
right, and just learn to put away, right. And my dad was huge on that as well. You will see financial miracles in your life.
Yeah.
Right.
I see for us, like growing up, because we grew, like my parents were from Ecuador, there was never really a mindset of putting things away. Like we never went into debt. We didn't have anything like that, but there wasn't anything with regards to learning how to plan for your future or retirement. Because in Ecuador, you pretty much live your day to day.
Yeah.
And then in the future, you are with your family. Like I think about my aunts that are there, and I think a lot of the support comes from the family, right? Anyway, one of the things that I realize is that I've been on a financial journey for about 10 years. And a financial journey starts very, very uncomfortable, because you realize that you have...
Unlearn a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. It's hard, guys. Can I tell you the first time that Mike and I did a budget, we fought. I was like crying, because he comes from a background, like his family, highly, highly like good about saving. His family was not fully like... They were really, really good about saving and being frugal. And my family was really, really good about enjoying the moment and not having debt.
Yeah.
So it's not that we carried debt, but Mike had to unlearn some things with regards to frugality and like feeling like nothing's ever enough, or you have money and it's always going to go away. Only the first time? Oh, yeah, we had... Listen, up to now, sometimes we have fights. Mike is like, only the first time we had a fight? No, and even right now, I have a tendency to kind of steer away from being financially mindful. And I started reading about finances again to help me get into the mindset of what to look for. And one of my biggest takeaways is the fact that finances give you choices. Money gives you choices in the future that you wouldn't have. I got curious. So I started thinking with regards to social media, because one of the thought processes is that I was watching this podcast, it's Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
Really quick, guys.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay. And I'm a fan of Dave Ramsey because he's the one that helped us to get out of debt. We owed, I think, about $37,000 of consumer debt, and we aggressively paid it off in a period of a year and a half while I was on mat leave. And then at the tail end, I went back to work, right?
Wow.
So I love all his content related to that. Now, with regards to investments, my investments align more with Robert Kiyosaki, which he's all about building assets, right? And doing it through not through that, but like getting mortgages and all that stuff, right?
Real estate, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was watching his podcast, and it's this person who was about our age, and she called in and she's like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why am I failing? Why don't I have what people on social media have? Why don't I have the nice house? Why don't I have like the nice car? Why don't I have all these things and the vacations and all that stuff, right? And what he said, he's like, social media is lying to you.
Yeah.
You know, you only see the 2% potentially that person. You never know if they're getting sponsored in whatever it is that they're showing. And the second thing is that they may be severely in debt, right? So here we are comparing our lives to somebody else's potential debt, and then thinking that we have to get into debt. So anyway, having that thought process, I was like, oh, let me look it up, right? Like I started looking at what's the debt to income ratio in Canada. So here are some fun facts, guys. As of right now, with regards to credit card debt, Canadians are making about if a Canadian makes about $1,000 after taxes and everything, they are overspending by $700.
Wow.
Yeah, and that and now imagine, and so if you're overspending by $700 one month because something came up, like something, okay, but imagine spending by $700 every month, and now imagine you're always making this $1,000 and trying to pay all that back. Imagine the stress that is causing you. Imagine that, like I was reading in the book, it causes self-worth issues because now you have all this in your mind and you're like, oh my gosh, there must be something wrong with me, right? So anyway, I like in the midst of reading all this, I'm like, no, I want to be better with regards to preparing for my future, because having a plan now will give me options in the future. So fun fact about finances. So that would be one of my biggest advice. Learn about finances, follow people. The Wealthy Barber.
No, that's a good book.
Yeah.
The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yeah, that one's really good. With regards to the Wealthy Barber, follow him on Instagram. He has a series going on right now with regards to what to teach your kids and how to have those money conversations with your kids.
Wow.
My favorite one that I saw is his number one is teaching your kids that money is finite. There is an end to money. Like if you spend it all, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think sometimes we don't have these conversations with our kids, or even for ourselves. Sometimes, you know, we're like, oh, we'll worry about it later, put it on the credit card, and then there's problems after, right?
Yeah.
So
That's right.
anyway, finances, guys.
Finances. So those are and I found a person who ruins other people's images.
Who is that? You?
Just to recap from last week.
Well, guys,
Slanderer,
a slanderer.
defamer, saboteur, character assassin.
Saboteur. That was a good one, right?
Yeah, that's what
I
you
feel
liked.
like saboteur is a really good one.
But yeah, and it does fit, but that's not. It says someone who deliberately undermines or ruins someone else's success or image. It fits. I just something happened with the word. My favorite one is character assassin. A powerful phrase for someone who intentionally destroys another person's reputation.
Please, we are in a podcast together. How could that be?
Often through lies and
Those are all truths.
Should
Should we have your kids come one by one and share their truth?
a tarnisher. And this
Should we call people?
And this one is good, but I think it's too much of a strong word. But I like the definition as a backstabber.
A backstabber.
As someone who pretends to be supportive but secretly harms your reputation. So it fits.
I spread rumors about him.
It fit.
How'd you find out?
Because they all come back. They all come back to me.
Please.
So it fits. So she's a character assassin.
I am a character supporter. I speak
world?
so well about you. What are you talking about?
Not to my face.
Exactly. To your face, I say the truth. But to others.
He's such a great guy. Such a good guy.
Listen, nobody can talk bad about you in front of me. Are you kidding me? See, so if you have negative things to say about Miguel, don't bring it to me. Don't tell me, because I will tell him.
She will rip you apart.
I will rip you apart.
Yeah, that I do know. That I do know. And while she's backstabbing me, she'll be defending me.
I'm the only one who's allowed to say that, because I say it to his face.
So these are the 10. These are the 10 things of becoming independent.
I thought you were saying these are the 10 things about Maria.
I will have that list. I will turn into a shirt. So develop a growth mindset, know yourself, build emotional resilience. We didn't talk about that, but strengthening problem-solving skills, create a financial foundation, learn essential life skills, set boundaries, and learn to say no.
That's a good
Which
one
is
too.
very interesting. Make your own decisions, build a supportive network, and finally keep growing. We'll post these lists with their definitions on the link on the website so you guys can know. So hopefully MJ and other people out there who are wanting to know how to be more independent, hopefully this podcast helped.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. We had fun. I hope you stuck around to the end to learn something. Because our beginnings were not so good.
It was, the beginning was good. It was just interesting. I get bullied a lot when I'm with Maria and others. I realized leaving that restaurant that day, I was like,
Why? I didn't say anything.
I'm everybody. No, Mike did.
What did he say? Oh, because of the candle thing?
The candle, they were making fun of me, of other stuff that I don't want to say public, and
His secrets.
all my secrets.
All right.
What was your takeaway? 10 seconds. Done.
I'm like,
She
that
knows
you know
everything.
everything.
I hate this. I freaking hate this. It's so dumb.
You know what, guys?
Like, share, subscribe. Facebook,
Thank you
Twitter.
for watching us. To our one viewer. Just kidding.
This says it.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your.
I'm gonna live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. Part of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. In yourself when no one's to be found. What keeps you eased out? What takes you off your mind? Yes, you want this, I want this. Everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands. Show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it.